Now, 8 years ago, Donald Trump shattered political norms, ascending to the presidency with a vow to end American carnage and put America first. Now, in a fiery comeback, he prepares to take the oath once more as the 47th president. His sharp rhetoric, divisive policies, and dramatic clashes with rivals like Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama defined his first term. Now, as January 2025 approaches, we revisit a turning point in America's political history. Here's more on Donald Trump's political journey.
It was 8 years ago when Donald J. Trump first stood under gray skies. The billionaire outsider turned populist firebrand became the 45th President of the United States, vowing to end the American carnage and put America first.
Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning, because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
Now, in 2025, Trump returns to the White House, defying all odds as the 47th president, ready to claim the Oval Office once again. This is no ordinary comeback. It was a storm barreling back through Washington, reviving memories of the day he first shook the foundations of American politics. It began with two Bibles. One belonged to Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity during division. The other, a childhood gift from Trump's mother, was a reminder of his roots and defiance. At noon, with his hands on both, Trump pledged to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And with that, the reign of Trump began.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
But nothing about this day was ordinary. As Trump stepped to the podium, rain splattered his shoulders. Reverend Franklin Graham proclaimed it a divine blessing, but others saw it as foreboding.
Is a sign of God's blessing.
Then came the speech, a 16-minute verbal sledgehammer dismantling decades of political norms and Washington's traditions. As Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton looked on, Trump declared,
"This American carnage stops right here and stops right now." We are one nation, and their pain is our pain. Their dreams are our dreams, and their success will be our success. We share one heart, one home, and one glorious destiny. The oath of office I take today is an oath of allegiance to all Americans.
With a voice sharpened by campaign battles, Trump promised a revolution. Every word was a rallying cry, rejecting the globalism and compromises of his predecessors.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first.
At the stroke of noon, the official POTUS Twitter account was transitioned from Obama's legacy to Trump's brash persona. For a fleeting moment, it stood eerily silent. POTUS hasn't tweeted yet. The world waited, And then Trump took over, redefining presidential communication in 280 characters or less. As the ceremony commenced, Hillary Clinton, his defeated rival, watched from the audience. Dressed in white, a nod to the suffragist movement, she embodied quiet resilience. But her presence underscored the drama. This was the moment she had warned of, the nightmare she painted for her supporters. Yet even amidst the tension, Trump surprised everyone at the Capitol luncheon. Standing before a room of lawmakers, he gestured to the Clintons.
Kiddingly, he thinks we're doing great at the cabinet level, but we're going to do just fine. We're going to do just fine. But you know, I'll tell you, there is something that I wanted to say, because I was very honored, very, very honored, when I heard that President Bill Clinton and Secretary Hillary Clinton was coming today, and I think it's appropriate to say, and I'd like you to stand up. I'd like you to stand up.
Either it was an unexpected olive branch or perhaps just another twist in the Trumpian playbook. Barack and Michelle Obama were hanging out at the White House steps to welcome the new president and the First Lady. When Melania reached out for a handshake, Michelle leaned in and said, "I'm a hugger," which made Barack handle the situation and joke about the protocol for these kinds of situations. But the look on the former First Lady's face was strikingly different, a gleam of sadness that pulled at the heartstrings. What was running through her mind as she stood there? After all, it was Michelle Obama who had powerfully challenged Trump on the campaign trail for Clinton, and Trump's inaugural address was a dramatic rejection of everything her husband had fought for during his presidency. So, as the air filled with the notes, Barack and Michelle Obama stood together, embracing their last public moment on the final day of Obama's presidency. Emotions on one end and a battlefield on another. Downtown, protesters clashed with the police, windows shattered, and fires raged. The anger was palpable. And now, 7 years later, the stage is set again. Trump, now 78, is not just reclaiming the presidency, he's rewriting the rules again. Will Trump's second term be the redemption he promises or the reckoning his critics predict? As the clock ticks towards January 20th, 2025, one thing is certain: the storm is far from over.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.